Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Grow Your Moving Company podcast. Before we get into this episode, I just wanted to let you know it's a little bit of a special edition. We did it live and in person. I did it with Chad Coatney of Master Movers, who is my partner in the Moving Titan Retreat, as well as Brock Ruebel, who owns Happy Helpers Moving, also in the Sarasota, Bradenton, Tampa Bay area. And he is actually our acting sales manager for the Moving Titan Retreat. So we figured we'd all get together and do a live in-person podcast. It's a little silly in the beginning, so bear with us, but we had fun with this one and enjoyed talking about the upcoming retreat. So enjoy the episode. At Two College Brothers Moving, Storage, and Franchising, we are Team SmartMoving. This has been the CRM that we have used for the last 4 years, and it has grown right alongside with us. I love all the features, all the reporting tools, how easy it makes to schedule, book, sell, dispatch crews. It really is an intuitive software. It's really dialed in without the bugs and the glitches that we've experienced with other softwares in the past. So it still amazes me if a company is not using a CRM. I still find companies that are doing it the old-fashioned way with spreadsheets and calendars and notes and handwriting job orders, and you don't have to do that with SmartMoving. That's a bottleneck that's holding you back if that's you. So make the switch to SmartMoving, whether you're using a CRM or not. It truly is the smartest move you'll ever make, just like we tell our clients that we're the smartest move you'll ever make. So check out SmartMoving today and schedule your free demo.
Get you drunk, get you love drunk off my hump, my lovely lady love. Check it out, baby, if you really want me, then give me your top 10 energy. That should be the intro. Was that recorded?
I love that.
That was. Welcome to the Moving Titan Retreat podcast, y'all.
Hell yeah.
Nice little karaoke
Is this the
sesh.
Moving Titan Retreat podcast, or is this the... Welcome back to the Grow Your Moving Titan.
Grow Your Moving
Grow
Company.
Your Moving Titan Retreat Company podcast.
Welcome back to the Grow Your Moving Company Titan Country podcast. Grow your cup to college, brothers. What's going on, guys?
What's
up?
good? What's good? All right.
Well, we just had about an hour of setup with this badass equipment that you have here, Brock.
Yeah. I'm
Very
glad that we were able to
amazing,
put
Brock.
some use to it, man.
You got this all free off a Move,
No. Definitely not.
but this nice conference table.
But this conference table, yeah.
The things we get free off Moves.
It's pretty crazy.
I haven't bought a piece of furniture in the last 9 years.
You should have seen our garage when Brock first started.
Oh, yeah,
Just
it was
hoarding
bad. See,
everything.
I thought I was going to be able to resell all the furniture, so I filled a 2,000
Rookie
square
mistake.
foot warehouse. Yeah, it was brutal.
The old consignment company trick. I think we've all been there.
That's how I started. I was buying and selling furniture.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I made these signs that said "I buy, sell, and move furniture."
No
and
shit.
I put them out on the corner, like the busy street corners over the weekend. I'd have to pick them up on Sundays because the county would take them. But I would literally just answer my phone all weekend, set up look-ats at furniture, buy it for as low as I could, and then take it to consignment stores or auction and flip it.
Wow. Was that pre-moving company?
That was pre-moving company.
Wow.
And then I got duped into the moving business
Yep.
by the store manager at Hudson's Furniture. His name's Jeff. We're still friends today, but they asked me to start doing deliveries for him. And so that's kind of how I started. I started picking up furniture, and they all had heavy furniture there, all do reclining sofas and love seats. And I just had a little 6x12 trailer. I ended up hiring some homeless guy off the street, him and his dog, and we started doing deliveries. Well, I didn't have to.
I didn't have to pay the dog.
I had to pay
He
his
was the
dog his
mascot.
ribs. That's what we eat for lunch usually every day. Some ribs from the gas station. But yeah, that's how I got roped into it.
Damn.
Listen to this. I used to go on the Craigslist free section, drive around Sarasota because I lived in Venice. This was like towards the end of high school over the summer, and I'd pick up free shit, and then I would immediately list it on Craigslist later that night and sell it.
From the free section to the paid section.
Exactly.
Dude, that's funny you say that. I actually on garbage night would go out and drive around at night and pick up free shit on the side of the road and go flip it at the auction. Actually made pretty good money at it.
Dude, Sarasota has some nice free shit because all the old people here
got some cash and they're ready to burn it, man.
they can't haul it away, so they just put it up for free for somebody to come take it for them.
Yeah.
Funny.
What about you? Why'd you get into this beautiful business?
Dude, I don't know what the fuck got me into this damn business. Man, when I started Happy Helpers, I actually moved out here from California, started renting a room, and then super quickly kind of realized that I didn't want to work for anyone else. And so I decided that I was going to start my own business. And I had a moving truck because I had built a van conversion in the back of a moving truck. So I was like, well, I guess I can probably like help some people move their shit with this truck that I have. So I went on Craigslist. I had no idea how to do anything related to moving. Searched moving companies on Craigslist, and then I literally just copied and pasted all the ads into one Word document, cut the crap out, kept the good stuff, reworded it, and just started posting it for $5 a day. People started calling me. I started going and help people. I had our brother who was residency at a fucking hospital. I'm like, dude, I need hands. Like, come fucking help me. You know what I mean? So yeah, kind of just started it off that way, and then next thing you know, kind of just kicked off from there.
Nice.
I think a lot of movers from like that 2008 to 2012 era got started on Craigslist.
Yeah.
We shit on all the Craigslist movers that are out there that aren't doing it right. They're rogues, whatever now.
Yeah.
Which I think is mostly that what it is now. But I mean, I did the same thing practically. I mean, I didn't copy and paste my competitors and plagiarize them. Yeah. I came up with, no, I'm just kidding. But I would post every day. And back in my day, you could post for free.
Oh.
So I used to tell my employees that like smoked cigarettes, I'd be like, every time you're like wanting to smoke a cigarette, post an ad on Craigslist.
Damn.
To like just keep it at the top because everybody would just like spam it. Even the legitimate companies in town would just like spam Craigslist because it was free and people looked at it still and they'd call you and they'd hire you to move.
Yeah.
Damn. That's awesome.
I think we should probably go around and introduce each other or ourselves.
Well, I'm Wade Swikle.
Obviously. Inside joke.
What's your name?
What do you do?
I mean, it's my podcast. I think people listening probably know, but I own Two College Brothers Moving and Storage. I'm also the co-founder of Moving Titan Retreats and soon to be released Tighten Up Training. And I've got a few other projects here and there. I've got my hands on a lot of different irons in the fire. But my main thing that pays the bills is Two College Brothers Moving, Storage, and Franchising. We've got our headquarters in Tampa that I run, and then we've got a franchise partner in Gainesville and San Antonio that just opened up.
Beautiful.
So hoping to continue to expand that and get ready for the busy season here in our Tampa office and help them get ready for the busy season in their office. And hope to learn a ton at our upcoming Moving Titan Retreat here in Tampa in about a month.
I love it. I'm Chad Coatney. I'm the owner of Master Movers in Venice, Florida. Also co-founder of Moving Titan Retreat and a partner in the soon-to-be-released Tighten Up Training, which I'm super excited for. We've been putting a lot of work in that Tighten Up Training, and it's going to feel so good to get it out there and get it into everybody's hands. I wish that I had that when I was starting my moving company. I was actually talking to Carl Lambeth, I think it was last night, and just like so jealous that he is, I think it's his second year in business. And I'm like, God, I wasted 6 years of my life just trying to do all this shit the hard way. And I'm going into my 10th year in business, and it's finally getting fun. That's me. Yeah, Chad Coatney.
That's freaking awesome, man. Hey, my name's Brock Ruebel. I'm the owner of Happy Helpers Moving Co., and I have also gotten roped into coming and hanging out with the boys over here at the Moving Titan Retreat. So I'm helping out on the sales management side there. I've been having a lot of fun so far. Really cool opportunity to do some cool collaboration. And yeah, man, just been doing the moving thing for about 2.5 years, and excited to see where this thing goes and kind of how we can all collaborate to keep pushing the needle forward.
So I'm Coach Kelsey. I own Nihilo Nihil Fit. We're a super badass gym here in Sarasota where we really dial in all of our clients into training, nutrition, accountability, the 3 pillars for success when you're trying to get that transformation that you're looking for.
Yeah.
Nice.
And
Thanks,
Kelsey is Brock's sister, and I had the pleasure of meeting Brock at the last Moving Titan Retreat, and then he took me to a free workout at his sister's gym, at Kelsey's gym, and she just basically kicked the crap out of us for an hour straight And then I got hooked, and now I hired her to do my personal training, and she's my nutritionist and literally my accountability partner. If I screw up, she's like got linked into my Fitness Pal and my workout app. So like if I ever start slacking, she's always calling me and giving me shit and making sure I tighten up.
Yep, stalking
And
you.
I did my first workout at Kelsey's gym today with Brock and Chad and the boys, and met Kelsey about 4 hours ago, and I threw up.
Yeah, it's the real deal. They
Yeah.
don't mess around over there. So if you're looking for a good free workout and a good gym to go to, check her out.
Yeah, Brock, I want to hear, before we get into like some questions and answers and stuff, I want to hear about your journey into the Moving Titan Retreat, because you own a moving company here in our area, West Florida, West Central Florida, Southwest Florida, whatever we call this little pocket of paradise, Suncoast, I guess you could say. And you had reached out just for some casual advice prior to the last retreat, and I ended up just making you come, basically. And now you're our sales manager for the retreat.
Funny how that shit works out.
But I want to hear your side, how that came to be.
Man, it was actually pretty awesome. What was I doing? I was on Facebook, like looking at something, and I think I came across Travis Weather's story on his Facebook, and I clicked on it, and it said Virtual Movers Conference, and I was like, oh, sick! It's only like $49 or whatever, and I clicked, and it was like going on right then, and I was like, what the heck? I was like, boom! Bought a ticket, went online, and I think Wade, you were speaking on that conference, weren't you, with Eric? You and Eric Works,
yeah.
and I just got a ton of value from everything that you guys were talking about. I mean, it was just like one of the best. You know, there's like those. I think we can all like look back in our like business experience so far and pull out moments where we're just like, that was a good investment. That was a good investment. And that I remember feeling like, wow, the amount of value that I just got for $49 is insane. And you and I started chatting. I started chatting with some of the other speakers that were on there. And I really just started wondering, like, man, if I spent $49 and spent an afternoon with these guys, like, what kind of value could I get by spending multiple days with them? And that's when I started looking at the Moving Titan Retreat. And like, dead serious, I literally took my girlfriend at the time and threw $4,000 on her credit card in order for me to come to the Moving Titan Retreat, paid her back. But it was hands down one of the best decisions I had ever made. I mean, I wouldn't be sitting here with these guys right now if not. And so just for the network alone, and the opportunity to be able to impact other people's lives and kind of help people along their own journey has been I don't know if I'd still be in the moving industry if I wouldn't have gone. So I'm super grateful for meeting you guys and everything you guys have put together and the friendships that have followed. So
Absolutely. And I think the friendships are like that's like the golden glue that binds us all together. Like that's why we even started doing this. Like we bring in all the speakers and all that good stuff too, but it's like lifelong bonds. Like if I ever get married, I'm inviting like all of our OG Titans and then all the new friends that I've made along the way since then to my wedding. At least hopefully my future bride allows that.
Yeah,
Dude,
it's a rowdy bunch.
So much easier to make great friends with other moving company owners because we're all going through the same shit.
Yeah.
And we all are on the same mission. And, you know, just we all want to win. We're all hard ass workers. We're all, you know, rolling our sleeves up every day. So it's just like we have so much in common. And pretty much most of the people I hang out with and talk to is moving company owners now. And I love it, you know.
Yeah. It's the coolest thing because I think, you know, everyone hears in business that it's just like, oh, it's lonely at the top. And it's like, that is one of the routes. You know, it could be lonely on the way up. But I think that going to the retreat has shown me that it's like, it doesn't have to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's really like kind of, it starts to cultivate more of this like abundance mindset instead of like a mindset of scarcity,
Dude,
which is so big.
There's so many like people in business and moving company owners that just have that old mentality of, no, I'm not helping you. I'm not sharing anything with you. You know, the more you give, the more you get is what I've learned. And you know, it's so refreshing. I mean, there's so much work out there and we're all like coming together to help lift each other's businesses up to where we're the ones that are shining like stars and we're going to be the ones at the top. You don't have to like hide anything. It's better to give it away.
Yeah, for sure.
I love networking with my competition. You guys are we're all
within like within a skip, you know, over the river. Right?
Yeah, our markets overlap a little bit, and like, you know, the beauty is like Brock doesn't do out of state moves. He sends me his out of state moves. If we get booked up on something local in Bradenton, we'll send it down to you. So like, it just makes sense.
Yeah. the collaboration is awesome. I mean, and like you guys kind of said, it's like to a degree our markets overlap, but it's like the reality is most of our market doesn't, right? And even in the markets that do, it's like I think we've found one job so far since we've been kind of like just networking and helping each other level up that it's like that was an overlap, and Chad still won it. So
Good job, Eric.
yep.
Dang, I must not have been in the room. 'Cause we usually beat Chad.
I think you were in Brazil.
Dang it, man! You guys are getting ahead. You got 2 weeks ahead of me.
Gotta tighten up, baby.
That's what happens when you loosen up. You got to stay tight.
You gotta stay tight.
Most of you have heard me talk about Moversville and the power of their email marketing service that has helped us increase leads by over 112% over the last year. But have you heard of Moversville Connect? Moversville Connect is an incredible resource for all things moving. They feature an array of vendors and services and lists like insurance providers, softwares, equipment suppliers, marketing sources, and much, much more. The best part? This resource is free. Go check out Moversville Connect today by going to moversville.com and clicking Connect. That's moversville.com and click Connect and discover the world of Moversville beyond email. One of the worst parts about owning a moving company has to be finding quality movers and drivers. Trying to run all the job ads takes up time, and then you schedule guys to come in for interviews and they never show up. It's a massive headache. Well, let me tell you about a good friend of mine named Winston who runs a company called Move Up Consulting. Move Up specializes in hiring and recruiting for the moving and storage industry, and they do all the lead generation for mover and driver candidates. They have a fully built hiring CRM, plus you get a dedicated account manager who phone interviews and screens all of your candidates. Once they find qualified candidates, they schedule in-person interviews for you and your management team so you can make great hires. They even handle all the appointment confirmations. It's that simple. To start building a better moving team today, visit moveupconsulting.com and tell them Wade sent you. Want to know what the silver bullet for growing your business is? USA Home Listings. USA Home Listings has a myriad of marketing services that are essential to every single moving company. It blows my mind when I have conversations with people who reach out looking for help, trying to get leads, trying to get the phone to ring, that aren't doing mailers and aren't subscribed to USA Home Listings. The data there is so invaluable, and it's not just home listing data, even though that's an awesome, super easy, super intuitive feature that they provide where you can filter out all of the homes that recently went under contract or got listed in your neighborhood, and a new coming soon feature before it even hits the MLS that you can filter out through zip codes, towns, cities, counties, prices. But that's just one small feature that they do. They also have turnkey mailing services. They'll help you design your postcard, a postcard that actually gets results. If you've tried mailers in the past and it didn't work, it's probably because you didn't have the right elements on your postcard. And they also have a social media division. So check out USAHomelistings.com. It's an essential addition to all of your marketing needs. Before you do any other marketing, check out USAHomelistings.com. All right, so Kelsey, do you have some questions for us?
I do. So, to Wade and Chad, what inspired the concept behind Moving Tight and Retreat?
So it was about year 6 in business for me, and I was it was somewhere between $600,000 and $800,000 in revenue. And I was wearing all the hats. I had the ops manager hat. I had the sales manager hat. I had the dispatcher hat on. I was doing everything. I was working 12 hours a day, every day, and just getting my ass kicked and not making any money. And I literally got to my breaking point where I was just sitting in my backyard after a long day, just contemplating what the hell I'm doing. And I ended up calling Wade because whenever I have a problem in the moving business, I call Wade.
Sometimes at 4 a.m.
Yeah, when my employee is getting a fight across the state and I got to go deal with that. But so I called Wade. I'm like, dude, what the hell am I doing wrong? What's going on? And Wade's like, dude, first things first, you need an ops manager. You can't grow your business if you're in the day-to-day operations every day. I'm like, okay. And then he's like, I'll tell you what, me and a bunch of guys are going to be meeting in Scottsdale, Arizona. We're going to rent an Airbnb and we're just going to mastermind for the weekend. It's just to hang out with the guys. It's other moving company owners. And I think you'll learn a lot from it. And I'm like, dude, I will literally like jump off a bridge if you tell me to jump off a bridge right now. Let's freaking go. And it was my only option. It was that or just like, have a heart attack and die. So he ended up adding me to this Facebook group of all the guys that were going. And I start seeing the names on there. And I'm like, Eric Works, Tim Krupp, Chris Knowles, whoever else was in there. But and I'm like, dude, whoa, these guys are like the guys that I see posting all the time on Moving Company Owners Unite that really have their shit dialed in. And like, they're 5, 10, $12 million companies. And I'm like, dude, what am I doing? Like, I don't belong in there. These guys are going to freaking hate me. Like, I think I'm stupid or, they're going to wonder why I'm there. So I was like, getting nervous, but I'm like, dude, I have to do this, So we flew out there, and sure enough, these guys just welcomed me with open arms, and we talked moving like for 3 days straight, and it was a blast. And it was so cool to be just like, everything just clicked for me. It was like, this is what you have to do. Like, literally, they've already done and went through all the bullshit that I've went through, and they gave me that clear path to success. And so I just like listened, took notes, and implemented when I got back. But that wasn't just the cool part. The cool part was seeing how these successful people live their lives. So all of them work out, all of them read, all of them go to seminars, all of them try to better themselves every day. Like, that is the biggest secret, is like, if you want to be successful, you have to like grow yourself as a person. I was at that point in my life probably drowning my sorrows in booze and not reading and not going to seminars. And, so I started adopting those habits too. And like, that's when I saw shit really start changing for me. And it literally changed my life, and I owe those guys everything. And, that's why Wade and I decided, like, hey, how much it helped me and him just being in that situation. Like, we need to do this for other moving company owners, because nobody should have to struggle the way we were struggling back then. And we want to prevent that and help elevate the whole industry, because it's only going to help us all out.
100%.
Yeah, absolutely. And so you and I were like, we should host the next one down here in Tampa Bay area. And so we did. And that was, that same core group of OG Titans came to the Tampa Bay area for a weekend in the following year. And then we've proceeded to do essentially going on 7. I think we've done, have we done 7, or this will be our 7th?
I think this is our 7th.
Yeah. And they've just gotten bigger and bigger every single time. Our, like 4 retreats ago, there was like 12 people there. And then we got up to like 50 people, and now we're just like, let's 10x this thing. Like, there's so much value to be had here, and I think there's some value in that like intimate setting. So we've reserved that for like the VIP levels to still get like those smaller, more confined groups. But at the same time, we want this to be a huge event because it allows us to bring in world-class speakers. It allows us to bring in world-class entertainment value, production value. I mean, we're well into the 6 figures on just the production setup of this whole thing, because we want this to be a memorable experience that literally changes lives. Andy Elliott, who's speaking, he always says, he's like, there's the day you're born, the day you die, and the day you change your life forever. And we want these retreats to basically be the day where people that are struggling, that are in like your position, that change their life forever. I mean, that day for me was when I first went out to Arizona for a Louis Massaro conference. I mean, that gave me the roadmap to follow at that point in time and got me to a certain level in my business. And I think this is different from that. This isn't just, here's the recipe, here's the roadmap. Here's the accountability, here's the mastermind, here's the group that's going to get you there, and you're going to do it arm in arm with one another, with other guys that are in the trenches and going into the foxholes with you. And you're going to work together to elevate not only your own business, but the entire industry, so that we can erase this entire stigma around those shady, dirty, scrungy movers.
Dude, I'm so pissed at myself because you invited me to go to that Louis Massaro conference. and I ended up hopping on Google. Who the heck's Louis Massaro? Why is my competition inviting me out to there? And then I saw like all the bad stuff.
You read all the haters.
All the hater talk about Louis Massaro, and it rubbed me the wrong way. And you know what? It put me behind probably 3 or 4 years in business. And You know, it could have all been avoided if I just would have said yes.
There's so many people that even think that like about this, like it's like the hate. There's always going to be haters. There's going to be people that say it's a party. There's going to be people that say, oh, that speaker's he's got a background, he's got a history, a past, whatever. Oh, it's just a bunch of snake oil. Oh, they're going to sell you stuff. Like all these different things. Come see for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like or else you're going to miss out on 4 years of productivity that you could have had.
Dude, it is like, seriously, like having been on some of these sales calls and like watching this team here, the Titan Army, try to sell these tickets, it honestly is one of the saddest things to me. Having been someone who has gone to this retreat and had my life changed, even just over the past 6 months since the last retreat, dude, because that was my first one. And seeing how much resistance that there is by people that, you know, filled out this form or showed any level of interest, I'm just like, I mean, dude, to where we're even like, hey, we will delay your payment until the end of the first day just to get you there because we know when you get there, you're going to see the value. Like,
dude, I want to jump through the phone and just
shake someone,
the crap
dude.
out of these guys. Be like, you don't understand. This is real, man. This is good stuff.
I think it takes going to your first event like that and really just engulfing yourself in that entire environment and meeting those types of people and learning those nuggets along the way to really understand that there's two different costs. There's the cost of doing it, and then there's the cost of not doing it.
Yep,
and
the opportunity cost.
when you haven't been to something life-changing like that, you don't understand the cost of not doing it yet until you know, once you've gone, then you're like, wow, that was, you know, way more valuable. Like it was priceless. The amount I paid for that, like the amount of knowledge and relationships that I've built is.
It takes a mindset change. You cannot just be like, everybody's out to get me, because you're gonna stay exactly where you're at. If you have to trust, and you have to always read between the lines. You can find something good out of every situation. Even if it was a bad one, you're gonna learn something.
Yeah, and you have to have faith in the fact that it's like the question you should ask yourself is like, am I the type of person that's always out to get someone? And I think that most of us probably aren't, right? So then if the answer is like, no, I'm not, then you also have to say, can I have enough faith to believe that it's possible that there could be a group of people that also are just not out to get everyone and actually are like here to help and like want to add value? Because the answer is fuck yes. And it's at the Moving Titan Retreat.
And that's why we hired an event coordinator named Faith. Because you gotta have faith.
You gotta have faith, man.
So, I mean, the self-help industry is getting huge. Like there's books, audio books, audibles, seminars. There's so many different things out there. What would you say is the main thing that sets this seminar or this event apart from other ones in the industry?
So it's the fact that we're not the gurus. We're not the people that are the ones saying that you have to do business this way or follow, you know, this roadmap, whatever. We bring that together. We bring the perspectives together so that you can read between the lines, you know, and it's not even just we're bringing in one speaker. We're bringing 14 speakers at this thing. So you don't like one, chances are you're probably going to pick up a couple nuggets from one of the other 13 speakers. And you'll probably pick up one from the 14 that you don't think you like and that you haven't actually seen in person yet. But it's not only just that. It's the fact that there are 8-figure moving company owners that are going to be in this room that are extremely approachable, that you can just go up and ask a question to. You could sit down next to. You could go grab a drink after the event, whatever, work out with in the morning. Like where else can you go and work out with an 8-figure moving company CEO? Like that is what separates this. Like we're not trying to say we have all the answers. We probably have some of the answers. Like we've got a lot of experience. I've got 13 years of experience in this business. Chad, you have what, 11 years of experience?
Going on 10.
Yeah. So between just the two of us, we've got over 20 years of experience. But when you take all of the people that are going to be in this room, there's hundreds, if not thousands of years of experience of moving in one room together, working out together, eating together, staying in the same place, going to the same seminar, exchanging information and staying in touch in group chats and all kinds of different things after the event. Like that's really ultimately where the secret sauce is here. That's what that like I said before, the golden glue that binds us all together. And it's that accountability, not only just the answers. Like you're having a problem, say, you know, what's the best way to dispatch trucks in the morning? What time should my guys get to work? Go ask 500 people in a room what time they have their guys get to work, and then figure it out like with that information. Like this is the only place you can do that.
I think another thing too that sets us apart is we are big on forcing structured breakout groups, like forcing you guys to network with each other. Because a lot of times you go to the Louis Massaro event and it's, hey, for 10 minutes, get up out of your seat and pick 3 people to talk to, and boom.
And no knock on Lewis, because he's got a lot of good stuff.
Lewis is great. It's just a different style.
Yeah.
And so typically it's like, it used to be basically we had all our lunches and dinners and everything, like everything was all included, and we would, force it that way. But now we have so many people that we're doing like a structured breakout group on the pre-registration day. We're going to set up little places for structured breakout groups after the event on day 1 for GA people. We have like VIP and elite VIP. We rented out Armature Works, and we're going to all go there and network the crap out of that place.
That's a restaurant.
Yeah. And, but you don't get that at other events. Like, this is like, you go on the deep dive, you build the relationships, and you find your people, and then you stay with them forever. Like, I'm still in the group chat we made when I went to Scottsdale, Arizona for my first mastermind, whatever that was, 3 years ago. You know, and we still, you can ask anything you want in there. You're staying up to date on, current market trends, and, hey, don't use this. Or I remember during COVID, we couldn't find any trucks. All the trucks were a year out to get a new truck. Thank you, Stephen Reed, who's been in the business a lot longer than most. And he had a hookup that FedEx turned down like 5 trucks, and he, didn't need one at the time, and gave it our group first dibs, and I ended up buying 2 of them, and our whole group bought them all, But where do you get, opportunities like that?
And to hit on the breakout groups, just being someone whose first retreat was, just back in September. I mean, I came into that retreat and I was literally spending like 20-something+% of my gross revenue on marketing. And I literally came there with the one thing I was like, I will get an answer before I leave on what the fuck I am doing wrong. And I had I think like over 10 different moving company owners, many of which were doing, 8 figures, look at my P&L and ask me, what am I doing for marketing? And I was getting ready to think that the answer was I was supposed to go pull the trigger on SEO, which I learned from that is more of a long-term play. And what I really wasn't doing was I wasn't doing any direct mail. And so instead I retracted my $2,000 deposit on my SEO, put that into direct mail, and changed my business. And so like for a $4,000 ticket, how much gain did I actually get from coming to an event and just being able to, like, for one, on my, like, there's things that even the 2.5 years that I've done this that I had learned and that I was able to contribute to other people. And then at the same time, be able to get the problems that I had or I didn't even know that I had solved. And that's really what the biggest problems are. Is a lot of the times, we talk to a lot of guys on the phones in the sales department that say that they, well, I don't really have any problems. And it's like, you just don't know that you have problems, because the reality is that it's the missing information that you don't know that you're missing that's causing you to like lose out on whatever opportunity. Right?
6 years ago, I didn't even know I needed a sales department. I thought I just needed a receptionist to answer the phone and book jobs. So yeah, you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah, for sure.
And I like that you guys all share information, because that's huge. And I think that a lot of people who are scared that if I know this gold nugget, but I give it to you, well, you're going to steal it and steal all the clients. And it's like, there's so many people on this planet. There's so many people who can become a client that when I give you this gold nugget, they actually say that the greatest artists actually steal ideas and then they make them their own. And that's what people usually do. Like when I started coaching, I took what my coach did and did exactly like he did. I got on the same apps he was on, and I did the same structured meal plan that he did. And through my years of coaching, I started to develop my own style, and now it's extremely different from what he does. So same thing is, as you give him nuggets and he gives you nuggets, and you guys transfer these nuggets around, you guys are going to put your own twist and bends, and it's going to be something new and unique.
And then you're going to remember who gave you that nugget, and you're going to go back and say, hey, bro, check this shit out.
Yeah.
I owe you one.
Yeah, right? So it is. It's
Law of
awesome.
reciprocity.
Yeah, for sure.
It blows my mind that, because I've been helping out with the sales and the tickets too. And just, you talk to people and they're like, man, 1997, that's a lot of money. And you just like, I will, if you tell me it's $100,000 and I'm going to 5 or 10X that, I'm about it all day.
Right.
But 1997 to get a wealth of knowledge.
If 1997 is too much money, you have bigger problems.
Yeah, your bigger problems, or you're just small-minded, and you're looking at it the wrong way. And I urge you to just open your mind, trust, and your life will change. You have to put yourself out there.
And the irony too is that 1997 can solve those bigger problems.
I know.
Right. And the other big thing with that is there's also a money back guarantee.
Yeah.
So it's
There's
like,
no risk.
I'm like, literally, dude, you can get the ticket. As a matter of fact, we'll delay the payment until the end of the first day. If at the end of the first day you don't like it, get up and leave, and you won't ever get charged. Like there is nowhere like
You'll either learn something that will make that money back, and not only make it back, but make it back in multiples,
right,
or you just won't pay.
100%. And the thing is, it's like you're coming to that event, you're going to start making the first month that you go back and you implement some of the things that you learned, you're going to make more than the cost of that ticket. But the difference is you don't make it one time. You now retain those changes every single month for however many years into the future that you decide to own your moving company. So how much over the time horizon are you actually making, right? And that is where the self-development comes into play that people miss.
Yeah, it blows my mind. It's like, okay, what if I asked you, if you give me $2,000 and I give you $100,000, would you do that deal right now?
And I'll give you $100,000 year over year.
I'm sure they would.
But Chad, I don't have $2,000 to give you.
Well,
Then find it. Go sell all your shoes and your clothes. You're about to make $200,000. You can go buy all that stuff back.
yeah, we're business owners. That's what we do. We make it happen.
That's
you know?
right.
You just don't want to go. You don't believe yet.
Well, and like Alex Hormozy says, what people present as their excuse is usually the reason they need to do it. So if I say, I don't have the money, it's like, oh, you actually need to do this then, like because you don't have the money. Because if you had the money, then you know what I mean, you would be able to implement this stuff. So them saying, oh, I don't have the money, it's like you don't have the money because you haven't learned the things that we're going to teach you at the Moving Time Retreat. So figure out how to get the money, get the ticket, and then you'll have the money forever now.
Yep.
You know. So you guys said there's 14 speakers coming. Is that right?
Yep.
Can you give us a sneak peek into the lineup of the speakers and what attendees can expect to learn from them?
I think that's a good Wade question.
Let's see, all 14. Well, we've got Chad and myself. That's 2. We've got Andy Elliott, of course. You guys have probably already seen that if you've been not living under a rock. And Tommy Mello. Sean Crane, who's a badass. He's a best-selling author. So those are kind of the headliners, of course. You know, me and Chad being the main headliners. Reagan Weiss, for those of you who went to the fall retreat, Brock, you were there. Reagan just kind of came out of nowhere and just
Rock the stage.
He was like the #1 voted speaker at the last one. Talks on marketing. So anybody who's having a tough time getting leads right now, he's got a lot of really good solutions. Of course, we've got Larry O'Toole coming back. He owns Gentle Giant, which is a legendary moving company, around $60 million in annual revenue. He's got like 26 locations, been in business since the early 80s, just a true veteran and a true student of the business. And he'll just be super accessible the whole time, too.
And just an awesome guy to talk to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Such a great sense of humor, too. He's
Absolutely.
awesome.
Eric Works. He's going to be talking about some stuff he's never talked about before. He's got some really cool stuff he's going to be sharing on the stage about his story, about some of the struggles that he went through, because a lot of moving company owners right now are going through some dark times, or maybe they have, and they're in the process of getting through those times. And Eric's going to be bringing a really inspirational story. Greg Shepard, for those of you who have been listening to my podcast, he was one of the earlier guests, but he's a sales whiz and he knows all about how to have I think he was looking at like 80 or 90% on-site estimates when he was working in the space, like actually for a moving company. Now he does USA Home Listings, of course, but he's a sales whiz.
We've actually brought him in to Master Movers to do sales training.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And he was awesome. He is a sales whiz. That guy can sell ice to an Eskimo. I love him.
We've got Winston Davis, who is really making a name for himself with recruiting. I mean, he's all over the place, basically selling, services to help people keep their trucks running with enough guys, with drivers, salespeople, operations managers, placing people in the right places, offering more than just recruiting services and advice, though. I mean, he gives you an entire framework and process on how to recruit, how to retain talent, how to find that talent to begin with. And then just general moving experience advice. We've got Travis Weathers, who, if you guys went to the Virtual Movers Conference, you know that he hosts that, and he's going to be talking on just SEO and on digital marketing, which is huge right now in the space that we're currently in. Let's see who else. Ed Katz, IOMI. That's the International Office Moving Institute, and Chad and I have both gone through that program. And if you want to get into commercial moving, office moving, IOMI is the course to look into. But Ed talks, he gives a ton of that information away on the stage when he speaks live and in person. For those of you who have seen him before, he's a veteran of the industry, had a multi-million-dollar commercial moving company in the Atlanta area, sold it, and then started his training program, IOMI, where he teaches you how to prospect and find commercial moving leads, how to line up appointments, how to sell them, how to quote them, how to service them, and how to make money in it, and how commercial moving can be much more profitable and much easier than residential moving. So you definitely don't want to miss that, because there's a huge untapped commercial moving market in most markets. Let's see, who am I forgetting?
Jordan
Long, yeah. So Jordan Long is actually the guy that we've been working with to create Tighten Up Training, our online training course, as well as he's producing the event. So he's doing the 3 giant LED screens. He's doing the special effects that are going to be there, the lighting. We're getting the fire marshal involved to give you an idea what the special effects are going to look like. He's got a multi-million-dollar, actually I think an 8-figure production company, and they just signed a deal to do a feature-length film that's going to be a cinematic masterpiece. He's Netflix grade cameras and everything. So like his stuff can get on Netflix, and he's going to teach you how to use video for your marketing and kind of the professional grade Hollywood caliber techniques.
Wow.
And I'm sure I'm leaving some people off. I don't have the list in front of me at the moment, and I'm sorry if I'm leaving a speaker off. John Hamilton's going to be there, of course. You guys probably have seen John. He's been on pretty much every single moving podcast, more than me. He's been on mine, but he's been on everybody else's too that has a moving podcast now that's out there. And he's a special operations veteran from the Air Force, and he runs a moving company in West Palm Beach. He's also one of our partners in Tighten Up Training, and he is going to be dropping some value on leadership and culture. Who am I forgetting?
You got pretty much everybody. Maybe some TM.
Yeah. We're going to have some panels. We're going to have like some people up on stage for some panels, maybe some surprise guests. Mm-hmm. We've got a couple people we've been talking to that we can't announce just yet because we don't know how the schedules are going to work out. But yeah, there could be some extra bonus entertainment there as well.
So stay tuned.
Yeah.
So the idea of combining fitness, networking, and luxury events like yacht parties sounds incredible. How did you guys come up with this unique blend, and what do you hope attendees will take away from the experience?
Partially, like I said before, the whole fitness aspect. When you, like the book Tools of the Titans, that's all about successful people and their habits. Being fit and taking care of your body is like step one. It's what you do. So we're trying to really promote that. We've been around Andy Elliott. I don't know if you've been to the Lion's Den. Just like if you don't have a 6-pack, you can't work there. Now, that's not true. There's people there without 6-packs, but they're working towards it every day, because if you're fit and you're eating right, you have a clear mind. Mm-hmm. You're performing at your top ability, and you're just getting shit done. So that's I'd say that's pretty much one of our core values here at the Moving Titan Retreat.
Yeah, well, and if I might add, you mentioned like luxury experience. Yeah, it's at the JW Marriott. We're doing a dinner yacht cruise like for the VIPs and trying to make it super nice. You got to have nice things to sell nice things. And I think we all want to sell those luxury moving experiences. We want to be able to interact and be able to relate to the higher end clients in our markets, because those are the bigger and more high dollar value moves. And this is honestly a very affordable way to get that luxury experience during the best time of the year, in my opinion, in Florida, which is March. It's spring break. When everybody comes for spring break, the weather is absolutely beautiful here during March. And so it's essentially a vacation at a luxury hotel surrounded by the water, downtown Tampa, easy to get to, right by an airport. And it gives you that kind of that elevated feel. If you've ever flown first class, you know what I'm talking about. Chad and I flew first class out to a ski trip last year together. I think it might have been both of our first times. Mm-hmm. And it's like, dang, it's going to be hard to go back to economy. But it also gives us that little extra fire to like know that, okay, we got to grind so that we never have to fly economy again. And, once you go there, it's hard to go back. But
I think we just want to make sure that we provide the most value as possible to everybody that comes to the retreat. We want to make sure that you feel like it was 1,000,000% worth it. Mm-hmm. So we do the fitness. We make sure we give you all the knowledge you could possibly freaking comprehend, and then we want you to have a good time while you're doing it. You know, I don't think there's no expense spared on our ends when we put these things together. Like, you know, it's free food, free drinks for VIP. We got the yacht. We have the best speakers. Like, we want to make a name for ourselves, and we want you guys to feel like, hey, man, this is something I got to do every year.
And I think the big thing too is that it's like, you know, because we're talking accountability, we're talking health, and it's like no one wants to be, you know, rich, you know, fat and lonely, right? And so it's like there's so many more layers of the onion to leading like a successful life, whether you're just in the moving industry or whether you're in any other industry in business. And I think that's why you guys have also focused on incorporating the health side of it too. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just about money. You know, you got to focus on your health, your relationships, and your money. And if you're not good in those three areas, you're not going to be, you know, you may be successful in one, but you're going to be failing in the other two. You know, so it's important to have all three.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not to mention like healthy body, healthy mind, healthy business. Like you've recently really dialed in your fitness. You and I are both doing 75 hard now officially. And I mean, I'm only on day 5 right now. You're on like day
47,
47, baby. Yeah. I waited till after my Brazil trip to start, but I mean, just 5 days in, and I just feel like this like electrified energy coming over me, kicking all the vices. You know, and you and I have been known to throw back a beer or two at some point together. But like, man, like it just makes such a difference when you get clear-minded and like, you know, we all worked out together today and Kelsey kicked our butts, but I mean, it really does give you that extra energy that you can apply and it's contagious.
Yeah. I mean, I remember when I was drinking and not eating right and just, I would go into work and a small little minuscule problem would turn into a big problem to me.
Yeah.
And now when you're firing all cylinders and you're working out every day and you're eating right, like it's literally like line them up, knock them down. You can conquer the world.
Yep.
And your energy levels are through the roof. Your happiness is through the roof. Like, you know, you start eating like crap and not working out, you start getting a little depressed, you know, and you look at yourself in the mirror, you're like not really loving the guy you're seeing.
And then it just
now
becomes this
I'm looking
perpetual
at this
cycle.
guy and I'm flexing and I'm like, dang, you look good. You look good. Okay. So it's a good feeling, you know, like you can do anything. And that's another thing too. Like all this stuff that we do for the Moving Tighten Retreat and the Tighten Up training, like all this stuff that we're into, like it's been such a good learning experience and working with different business owners. Like, you know, I'm the sole owner of Master Movers, but me and Wade have been business partners, and it's been an experience, like a great experience, just seeing how another business owner operates and seeing, you know, like things that works for them and things that they do. And he lifts me up and keeps me accountable, and I try to do the same for him. And same with our new Tighten Up training with John and TM. Like it's just a totally different dynamic, and, you know, it's really helpful to see how other people handle their money, how other people's routines are, how they solve a problem, you know, what resources they have, and we all try to help each other. So that's been huge. And just like the whole media aspect of Tighten Up training, just like going through a whole freaking, we were literally movie stars for 2 days, you know?
Well, I could get used to this.
Yeah. Just, and you know, it all started
with the
by
Moving Tighten
saying
retreats.
yes to go into a mastermind with Wade while I was crying in the middle of my backyard. And now look at where we're at.
And I think that's what's awesome about the retreat is it's like, that's just one opportunity. That's just one opportunity that was born from the retreat. Who knows how many other opportunities are just every single retreat. There's things that are probably going on from the last retreat that we don't even know about. You know what I mean? And it just bringing people together, giving people the opportunity to collaborate and find like-minded people. It's, you know, it's amazing. And what you guys did, it's incredible. It's incredible. And I think it's going to really change this industry. So you guys should, you know, my best suggestion is just to get on pace with it now, because you can get ahead of everybody else. You don't want to be the last guy in town that's starting to go to the Move and Tighten retreat and getting value, because you're probably going to be shutting your doors by the end of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, you say you love what we did, but Brock, we're just getting started. Now that we got you on the team,
Yeah,
let's
go.
We just threw some gasoline on the
Let's
fire.
do it, baby.
Yeah.
What would you say are the main challenges you guys faced in bringing this vision to life, and how did you overcome them?
Time was the biggest one. You know, when I went to that first mastermind, I was doing 800,000. The next year I did, the next year I did 2.6, and the next year I did 3.2, and the next year I did 3.9. So while trying to run a successful moving company, also it takes a lot of work to put these retreats together. And it started out with Wade and I doing everything, and it's just it's not your bread and butter. We're not making money off these things, so we have to like still focus heavily on our moving companies.
Yeah, we don't get paid from the Titan retreat. Like the moving companies still pay our day-to-day bills.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, we probably won't make any money at this next retreat.
Yeah, we're not doing it to get rich.
We're not doing it to get rich, but we're going to make a lot of money and knowledge that we learn from everybody and the network that we build. Luckily, we got to a point where we could bring Faith on, and Faith really made our lives a lot easier.
Yeah.
And really put that last retreat together. And shout out to you, Faith. Thank you so much for everything
Faith's
you
awesome.
do.
Yeah.
She's a diehard Titan. She's our Titan goddess.
Titaness.
Yeah, Titaness. And so that was one big challenge we had to overcome. What else did we struggle with?
We brought Brock on. We brought Reagan and Jason, and now Tiem and John are helping out with
We got a whole freaking team now.
We got
It's
a
awesome.
Titan army now.
But like getting it started, what else did we struggle with?
I mean, just all like you said, time and just the extra effort that went into it, and lining up all the vendors, and getting people to see our vision and to see the value that they can get out of it. Like with Brock, it was like pulling teeth to get you to come to the first one. Now I know why, but I thought you just didn't want to come. And I think that's not an uncommon situation. I've certainly been. I mean, that's when I went to my first Lewis conference. I didn't have enough money to go, and I figured it out. So it's I think getting people to realize that they like the importance of investing in themselves and that this is something worth investing in themselves.
Yeah. And Wade can tell you I'm obsessed with investing in myself now.
You are getting addicted.
The best investment.
How many coaches
you
do you
make,
have now? You must have like
the best investment you can make is in yourself. Okay, that's where you're going to see the best ROI. I spent $29,000 on Grant Cardone University with a coach for my whole sales team, and that's been worth every penny. We paid for it the first week we were using them. We used the pizza trick and got a $55,000 out of state move. And then I have now Kelsey, my personal trainer and my nutritionist.
We have a love-hate relationship, though.
We do. Yeah.
As you should, as a personal trainer and nutritionist. No, you can't eat that. Yes, you have to work out more.
I read books every day. I listen to podcasts every day. I'm on 75 Hard. Dude, how fortunate are we to have been able to be around Tommy Mello and Andy Elliott, and we were around Grant Cardone, me and you, and just like...
Well, we're going to go out to Grant right after the retreat, right?
Yeah, I got us VIP tickets for GrowthCon. That'll be fun. But it's just like, it's a whole different world from where we were to where we are. And it all started with just like,
and that's
putting yourself in the game.
Important to note too, is that we're going to other events all
yeah.
year long. I went to Tommy Mello's. I spent over $5,000 to go to Tommy Mello's event in November. We're all going to the VIP for Grant Cardone down in Miami. I've been to that in the past. We've been out to Andy Elliott multiple times. We're well into the six figures with the Elliott group. I mean, that's been huge. I think we've probably been to other stuff too this year. I can't even think, but we're drinking. We're not just drinking our own Kool-Aid. We're drinking other Kool-Aid too. And I've been to stuff that wasn't great, but I still got some nuggets out of it. There's always nuggets. You got to go with a willingness to learn, an open mind, and you never know who you're going to meet. It's like flying first class. You never know who you're going to sit next to. Yeah. And that's part of the benefit. You don't know who you're going to sit next to at this retreat. You don't know who you're going to bump into at the coffee bar at the hotel or whatever. So that you're putting yourself in the room with success, and luck is, what's the word? I'm looking for a phrase right now. The harder you work, the luckier you get. And when you look around the room right now, look at everything that's brown right now. Tell me what's brown.
The cabinet.
This table.
Now close your eyes. What in this room is red right now? You weren't looking for things that were red. You were looking for things that were brown. And half the things that were brown were probably actually beige. And you're telling yourself that you're brown. You're finding success. And I just stole that from Tony Robbins. So. but it's so true, because you're finding what you're looking for. And if you're looking for success and you go to a room that you can get into where you're around success, you're probably going to find success. You hang around a barbershop, you're going to get a haircut. You've probably heard that before.
How many $1 million ideas have you heard from your friends that don't have any money? Probably none. That's why how many have you heard from the friends that are millionaires? A lot. You know, so you are who you surround yourself with. Your network is your net worth, as Wade would say.
Birds of a feather flock together.
Yeah.
You know, what did I say the other day? I threw on the Twitter. I said, birds of a feather flock together. So surround yourself with people that soar to new heights, not people eating crumbs off the floor.
I like that.
Right.
I like that. You lay with dogs, you're going to get fleas.
Yes, sir.
No, but one that I recently heard is that the best sermons are lived, not preached.
Ooh, that's good.
So like get around people that are living at that higher level, at that higher frequency, and that's where you're going to learn.
Yep. And I have spent probably a good 50 grand on myself this year, just on trying to better myself.
But how much is that going to make you?
Right.
Millions.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
So, what are your hopes and aspirations for the future of Moving Titan Retreat, and how do you see it evolving in the years to come?
Yeah, we're going to have a lot of Titan stuff going on. But as of right now, I'm just looking forward to this retreat, and I'm looking forward to doubling it at the next retreat.
Let's screw that, man. 10x is easier than 2x. Let's 10x that motherfucker.
That's why I keep him around. I was testing him.
He passed. All right, last question. What advice would you give to someone who may be on the fence about attending but is looking for that extra push to commit?
Don't be like I was when I first started my moving company, and be a penny smart and a dollar stupid. Be scared to spend money. Be scared to invest in yourself. The best investment you can make is in yourself, and it starts with this 1997 ticket to the Moving Titan Retreat. And we'll give you your money back if you end up not finding value. We're so confident on what you're going to learn there is going to change your life and your business that you'll be back for years to come.
Don't be a little bitch. Your competition's going to be there, so don't let them get ahead of you.
I try to kill my little bitch inner self every day. I kill a little piece of that guy.
Oh, man, the first 3 days of 75 hard, my little bitch voice was just chirping in my head. I was like, why am I doing this? I don't have time to do 2 workouts a day. I got too many other things going on. I'm like, shut up. Now, day 5, I got to put him to bed. I'm ready to go.
What about you, Brock? You got anything you want to say to those people?
I want you to ask me that question one more time specifically.
Put it on your girlfriend's credit card.
Yep. Damn it.
All right, Brock, what advice would you give to someone who may be on the fence about attending but is looking for that extra push to commit?
Call some people who have already been to a Moving Titan Retreat. Call them. If you need their numbers, we'll give you a list. Okay? Because if you talk to, I guarantee you, 3, 4, 5 people who've been to Moving Titan Retreat, by the end of those conversations, you will be buying your ticket. Mm-hmm. There's a reason that over 80% of the people that have been to a Moving Titan Retreat keep coming back event after event. I mean, fucking A, look, I'm over here helping out now, right? And I got a moving company to run too, and I don't got no ops manager. But it is that impactful, and it literally changes people's lives. It changed my life. And so much so that it's like I feel moved now to want to try to be a part of helping other people along the way. So I would say that, hey, if you feel like just from talking to us, I know that there's always, especially in today's day and age, you're always worried that someone's trying to sell you something or make a buck off you. And we've all made bad decisions with money, and everyone's scared to make that next bad decision, But the biggest thing is, like we've said, you got a money back guarantee. We'll delay your payment until the end of the first day. I mean, if that's already not good enough of a reason for you to check this place out, let us give you the phone numbers of people who have already gone. Give me a call. Hit me up on Facebook, Brock Ruebel. I'd be happy to have a conversation with you. And you guys will see very quickly that the change that's going to happen and it's not even just your moving company. It's so much more than that. It's in your life. It's in your network. It's in your relationships. I mean, I cut off all my friends and started rebuilding friends with people that are, I can make money with and want to lead a healthy life with. And now I've got, building great relationships with Chad and Wade here. And you guys, it's going to be one of the best decisions that you ever make in your life. And I guarantee you that as soon as you go to your first one, you're going to start going to a bunch more seminars. I was at an Andy Elliott seminar. We were out at one, a few months back. Like Chad said, man, the best investment you're ever going to make is in yourself. So, you got to go.
And then we're going to give you 3 numbers of people who didn't attend the Moving Titan Retreat, and you're going to see how they're doing in business.
Yeah.
I would even say this, hey, if you're not on board with the Moving Titan Retreat and you just are unsure or whatever, and you don't want to do it, then at least do something to try to better yourself, and not, yeah, the health and fitness is very important. Do that, but go somewhere where you can surround yourself with people that are ahead of you and try to learn from them and just see the power of networking. If you don't do that now, I mean, it's helpful if you're in the moving industry to be around other moving company owners, but if you're not going to come, just do something.
And speaking of something, this would be a good part to interject this. We actually are going to be hosting on February 27th, tentatively, if we can release this, a workshop that's hosted by the Moving Titan Retreats. We're going to have a great group of speakers on there. And literally our purpose with that is going to be to, hands down, just give away tactical value that you can leave and implement into your moving company that will make you more money than the cost of the retreat right out the gate. Okay? So, and did we decide that normally we're going to actually give this away for free, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And actually, Tommy Mello is going to be on there.
Yeah. So if you guys are looking for something, or even if you're like another thing to add, if you're on the fence and you just don't know, I mean, like I said, call some people who've already been, come to the workshop, and I guarantee you by the end of those phone calls and by the end of that workshop, you'll probably be hitting me up to buy your ticket, not for March, but for fucking September as well. Okay? So we're excited to put a face to the name.
Yeah. I love it. And I like to say too, just some parting thoughts here, that I like to say spend 30% of your time with people that are ahead of you, 30% of the time with people that are on your level, and 30% of the time helping people that are where you used to be, because the law of reciprocity is always real. The people that are on your level, they're going to push you and hold you accountable and create a little bit of healthy competition, and the people that are above you are going to provide that mentorship. And then spend 10% of your time with yourself, reflecting, work out with yourself, driving in silence, just thinking on who you want to be, who you are, and how to get there, and how to bridge that gap. That's my parting shot.
I love that.
Love it.
I love my alone time. It's good just to dive deep and shut off everything for a little while and recharge.
Reset. Yeah. Get some clarity.
Hey, we really do hope to see everybody there at the next Moving Titan Retreat in Tampa at the JW Marriott, March 21st and 22nd. Going to be kicking it off with, actually on the 20th, we're going to have the pre-registration, I think 6 to 8.
6 to 8.
And that's at the JW, and we're going to do structured breakout groups then, so you'll pay for your ticket right then and there. And then day 2, we have a bunch of moving industry specific speakers. We're going to have a trade show room with over 20 vendors in there. We have a 6 a.m. workout in the conference room. So we're going to come, actually Kelsey and Jason are going to come run that, and they're going to kick the crap out of us and make sure we're feeling good and ready to listen the rest of the day. And then day 2, we got my idol, Tommy Mello, speaking. I'm the biggest.
He's your spirit animal.
I love Tommy Mello. I'm obsessed with Tommy Mello. Literally, I'm his biggest fangirl.
He is a man crush. It sounds like
Brock's
you're a man.
I'm in love with Tommy Mello.
Look at Brock is
Now he's
right
not
now.
going to come. He's scared
Who's
him
this
away.
Tommy guy?
Creepy stalker.
Hey, get the sword, bro. Get the sword.
No, Tommy is just a freaking genius, and he's done it all himself. And I love listening to the Home Service Millionaire podcast, and we're actually trying to duplicate a lot of stuff that he's done. And then we got Andy Elliott, who is the best closer I've ever seen before in my life. And a lot of people have some, they turn up their nose to him, or he rubs them the wrong way. But I can promise you, the guy that you see the Andy Elliott you see online on those 60-second clips is not the real Andy Elliott that you're going to meet in person. That guy has the biggest heart ever. He loves his people. He's got more passion than probably all of us combined. And he's somebody you definitely have to check out. This guy knows his stuff. He's probably the best of the best. And then we're going to hop on a yacht with all the VIPs and Andy Elliott, and we're going to set sail and do some masterminding.
Yes, sir.
It's going to be good
Can't
stuff.
wait.
So see you guys all there, and
Tighten up.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Grow Your Moving Company podcast. If you'd like to learn more about any of the sponsors listed on this show, want to apply for the next Moving Titan retreat, or interested in owning or working for a Two College Brothers franchise, drop me a line at wade@twocollegebrothers.com. Moving out. Have a great day.